Today I'll be talking about OpenAI's new image generator that will take your job if you don't learn it yourself. My name is Evan Albrecht. I'm a professional photographer and professional marketer here in San Diego, and I'm super excited to show you guys a little bit more about this new image generator that is going viral in marketing right now from OpenAI. So on my computer right here, I have ChatGPT open. I have the Plus version. I'm a student, so I actually get it for free right now, which is super nice. But I would highly recommend buying this, even if you're not a student, if it's not free, just because you have to learn how to use this stuff, or else you're gonna get left behind really fast, because this stuff is changing so fast. So let's just do an example right here. So I'll say create image, and then a lot of people are actually putting in products, and then it will make them product photos. So I looked up Apple computers right here for an example, and let's just pull like a random, like the first photo. Actually, that one's like not even centered. Let's just do this one, like most basic one you can get, and I'll say create image, make an ad for this Apple computer, and that's all I'll say, and then I'll give it the photo as well. So let's see what it can do. It takes a little bit, but it has given me insane results. I've even done just like fun stuff. Hey, make me a surf poster off of my photo that I took, and it made me a crazy poster of like every beach that I shot these photos at. It was pretty wild. It honestly looked like those posters that you'd buy from like a surf shop or something. So this is like amazing how fast this is transforming, and everyone needs to get on this, because even my company, I'm in marketing, I do a lot of digital marketing for TikTok and Meta. Everyone is using chat, like every day I use chat to write copy, to get photos, to do all this stuff. And yeah, it's working so well. Everyone's using it. Even if you're in school, I use it every day to just help with products. Even if it's just like, hey, write me an email to this person. Like, I don't know how to start this email to this business professional, or I want to reach out to this person. What do I say? It'll give you like a direct guideline that is so helpful. So I would highly recommend using it. Let's see. So getting started. Let's cut back to it when it's done. Alright, so it just finished, and this is what it gave me, the ultimate all-in-one Apple iMac. So what I'm gonna do right now, this looks pretty good. Like, that's honestly not bad. I'm gonna go to Apple. I'm gonna take their logo. What's like their updated logo? Just the black Apple logo. Alright, let me copy and paste this. I'm gonna say add the logo plus make the ad about creative, like freelance work. So I'm gonna give it a lot of kind of creativity what to do. This is the first one it gave me, is honestly a great start. This is kind of one that, you know, just a super simple ad. They release one, the new Apple iMac, the ultimate all-in-one. That's honestly great, and it even uses like, I think the text they use, like, I don't know, that looks like the text on their website as well. So I wonder if it's pulling from there, which it totally could be, which would make sense, because this is their website and that's the text, so it does look like the same like blocky sort of text. And so let's see what this does. So I said add the logo, make the ad about creative freelance work. The only thing that I have seen with this is when you make the backgrounds a little bit different, sometimes you'll get it where the photo is like totally off of like the size of the product. So the size of the product will be like way bigger than the actual photo should be. So that's a little bit interesting as well. So let's see how it handles this, and I'll come right back because it will take a minute when this is done. Alright, so this is what it gave me. Uses their logo and says creativity for freelancers. So that is pretty cool. And one thing that I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go on here and just go to like the MacBook Air, because I know that they have like these crazy graphics. Let me see, Mac. I'm gonna try to have it replicate some of this stuff. Something like that's okay, but that's just like too simple. Like, I feel like I've seen some pretty crazy stuff where it's like these like crazy things like this. I like these videos. I'm gonna go to iMac and just try to say like make it a little more creative. And let's see. Yeah, stuff like this, just like crazy stuff. Creative example of a photo they have used. Boom. And then I'm gonna say make it about photographers and videographers using iMac computers. So we're gonna give it a more specific thing to do and then give them an example as well. And I wonder if it's gonna create a photo, because I've done it a couple times and it's actually created a photo of someone using the product, which is pretty interesting because the photos look pretty good. Like a photo like this where you can't see their faces that Apple used, this would probably be like a good photo that they would make and you couldn't tell if it was AI or not. So that's kind of the amazing thing right now, is that if you actually know how to use these prompts and almost reverse engineer the prompts, because anyone nowadays could say, hey, give me a photo, but say, this is what I'm looking for. What do I ask chat to give me if I want that? So if I'm looking for a specific ad from Apple for an iMac, how do I want to state that to chat to actually learn that? And that's honestly just through practice, how much you in this platform and how much you putting in these reps. And I've done so much stuff on here. It's honestly a lot of fun just trying to see what works, and so many different things work. It's just like having a conversation to someone and trying to see what you get. So let's see what we get here, and we'll come right back when this is done. All right, so this is what it gave me. This is pretty wild. So it's definitely interesting. It's all giving me all of them in vertical, and it's used the same computer. So what I'm gonna say now is I'm gonna test a little bit. I'm gonna say give me a horizontal photo, use a real person using the computer in a workspace for photography and creative work. They making content for, let's say, like Rip Curl Surf Company. Just like something random. I want to see if it can actually pull these brands together and see what it gives me. Yeah, let's just give it that and see what we get. Alright, so this is the ad that it gave me. The ultimate all-in-one iMac for photographers and videographers. So this is pretty wild. So it actually made an office space, showed me the Rip Curl logo, and then photos of me editing these on Lightroom. So that is pretty wild, and it's just crazy to think about that. Like, this would take a graphic design artist and a photographer to get this image, graphic designer to make this stuff so long. So this is amazing that it can do this so fast, and obviously this isn't perfect, but with a couple more prompts, I think that you can actually make these into ads. I pulled up some surfboards as well. I like this ad. I'm gonna ask, let's see, I'm gonna pull up like a normal surfboard like this, copy, I'm gonna put it into chat and ask it to make me an ad like this. So this is one that I think was on their website, and I'm gonna say, use the photo of the surfboard to make me an ad like the one next, like the one I uploaded. Uploaded, make it horizontal at the beach, include the logo plus surfers plus, I'll just say surfers plus like nice waves in the background. And let's see what it gives me here. A little bit more information, but I'm also giving it an example of what I want. And I think that's the biggest thing, is giving it an example. It helps it kind of guide it along. Also making sure you say it's horizontal, because every time I haven't, it gives it to me vertically, and like, it's kind of a weird vertical. Whoa, what just happened to that? But it gives me kind of a weird vertical thing, so would definitely recommend saying it horizontal. All right, so this is the image that it gave me. This is pretty wild. Like, it just made me that out of an example that I gave it, like this, and then I gave it that other surfboard. So use this surfboard and then this photo to make me an ad. This is pretty amazing. Like, the background surfers aren't the best, so maybe I would say like remove the surfers, or like something like that, like remove the surfers in the background, and then center the logo. And then honestly, like, that's all I would do for this to finalize this, and then I could post it somewhere. Like, this is crazy. Like, this could help you so much with graphic design, photography. Even if you have your own business, just making simple ads using this is crazy, and then just giving it prompts to figure out what you're doing. Like, this is wild. Even this logo, it took it almost exactly. Logo's a tiny bit off, but if you download the logo, it'll copy it exactly. And then even this board, I mean, that's wild. Like, that is just crazy how fast it does it. Does it in a few minutes, not even that probably, and it looks so good. So what I would totally recommend is working as much as you can in chat in all of these platforms, honestly, there are so many other platforms as well that connect to different things. There's also Dolly and Chat and a couple other apps as well that you can use, but I would recommend working in here as much as possible. If you're a creator, work in the creator space at all, work in marketing, or have your own business, would highly recommend using this software and learning it as much as possible, because everyone else is learning it as well that's trying to stay at the top. So if you're not going to learn it, you're going to be left behind and going to wish that you'd learned it earlier. So I'd highly recommend that, but hope you liked the video. Answer any questions you have down below, but something that I think would be really fun is making an ad for a company that I actually work with, sending it to them and seeing what they like. So I think that I'm going to do that for the next one. Also, here's the ad it just gave me, the finalized with, this looks like crazy. Like, that is so cool. But anyways, this would take so long to do with graphic design, and it just did that to me. And I did like 2 prompts. The logo's not perfect, but you can just push the logo in and then the board, and it would like make sure it's perfect. So that is awesome, but would highly recommend doing that. Let me know if you want to see a video down below making an ad like this and actually sending it to a client to see if they'll use it. I think I'm going to do that. That would be a lot of fun just to see what they think as well, so that you guys can kind of learn from that. But super excited about this technology. Always keep learning is what I can say. Read up on this stuff, look on this stuff up LinkedIn, and watch more videos because it is moving so fast. But I hope you liked the video, and I will see you next week.